Here we go, one more for tonight. Boy, this woman, she had a voice. I'm thinking, 20 years later, I'm thinking a little bit of Ella Fitzgerald, maybe a hint of Ella Fitzgerald, Nina Simone, and we're talking about Fiona Apple with Shadowboxer. She was popular for a while in the mid to late 90s. She put out about 4 albums in all. I guess two of her most popular ones were back in the 90s. Sleep to Dream was another fantastic record by Fiona Apple. Boy, I tell you, there was a profusion of talented female artists that emerged back in the 90s. Some of them got really popular. I've mentioned them before. Alanis Morissette, she's coming up later on the countdown, by the way. Jewel, and there was, oh gosh, there was Courtney Love, the lead singer of Hole, who did Doll Parts in 1995, and the brilliant, the hard rocking celebrity Skin in 1998. There was Malibu in 1999. Man, Courtney Love was rocking back in the day. Juliana Hatfield was another one, popular back in the day. Universal Heartbeat, and My Sister. Tracy Chapman had a comeback hit in 1996. Oh, let's not forget about Sheryl Crow. As a matter of fact, she's coming up later on in the countdown too. Fiona Apple. The album is called Title. That's her first album. She wrote that album when she was 17 years old. She wasn't even 20 when this album came out. She collaborated on this record with a guy named John Brion. B-R-I-O-N. John Brion or Brion. He later composed some film scores, including the music score to the movie Magnolia in 1999, which starred Tom Cruise. The movie did, and he got a Grammy nomination for that. And he co-wrote this song, worked on this record, Shadowboxer, with Fiona Apple. This was a haunting ballad of sorts, record of sorts. This is a classic piano lounge record right here, Shadowboxer by Fiona Apple. They were working on this record soon after Fiona Apple signed with Sony Music Entertainment. And gosh, I guess that's all I got to say about this record. I was checking out a little bit of research of what Fiona Apple was up to later on in her career. She released her fourth album. Her last album came out in 2014. And now here's something interesting I came across about Fiona Apple. In 2013, Chipotle, they ran an ad online which had a scarecrow. The video followed a scarecrow as the scarecrow was discovering the truth about how food was being processed, the truth about processed foods and family farms. And the soundtrack, the soundtrack to the video was provided by Fiona Apple. She was covering the song. It was called Pure Imagination, which was from the Willy Wonka movie, Chocolate Factory movie that came out in 1971. In 2014, Fiona Apple, I wrote this down, bear with me. She wrote something for the Showtime channel, Container. She wrote a song called Container, which is for a show called The Affair, which was on Showtime. That was in 2014. Excuse me, recovering from a cold. Thanks for bearing with me. But she's still kicking around. She's not even 40 yet. She's only about 39 now. But she started off young and she started off strong. Shadowboxer at number 8, up from 18 on my fantasy playlist, October 26, 1996.